Hello and welcome. We're having a great day today. Sorry about the prologue intro. I was trying to fix something last second that I realized was an error on my computer. Should be worked out. I think we're good to go. But again, I apologize for the extended intro period. At any rate, today we're going to be continuing with Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail. Last time we left off, we just got to Act 3. So we're finally moving on to the last area. Well, last act anyway. Of the game. Last I heard, Act 3 is very buggy. I think the issue is that if you do certain quests out of order, it breaks the quest chains and basically locks you out of finishing the game. That fix was announced to come out the end of this month. I have not seen that fix drop yet. I think they're still working on it, and the month isn't technically over yet, so I guess there's still a little bit of time for them to push it out. But at any rate, that's not going to stop us from exploring and checking out the area. I'm going to start off by exploring, kind of avoiding the quests right now and just kind of getting lay of the lands, clearing out some of the dungeons. In truth, me doing this is probably what's going to break my game, since this is probably one of the issues people are having, that they explore an area first, clear out the dungeon, then go get the quest, but since the dungeon's already completed, they can't do anything. But I could be wrong. Again, I haven't had a deep dive on the issues of this game currently, but I do know the general gist of Act 3, buggy, game breaking. But I guess we'll run into it, or we won't. At any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and start hopping into things. As I do so, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day today. It's hump day. We're getting closer to the weekend. And for some people, it might even be a 3-day weekend if you're lucky. Alright, let's see here. Why is this not... There we go. Okay. Now that's cleared up. Launching game. So I have had a second character that was loosely playing at the same time when I started this, because I was trying to test out our build to make sure the build I was going would work. That's ultimately what led to me switching from being a Dex primary to being a Perception primary. But that character, then after I figured that out, I used that character to test out a strength build, a heavy strength con build, which was pretty fun. But I have now switched that character over being a pure mage, like nothing but spirituality and endurance. I haven't gotten too far into it. I'm still trying to figure out what spells I want to use. I'm just kind of... And I've never left Act 1 with this character. This character has never seen anything past Act 1. So my options for things are obviously limited. But, my god, spells can fuck things up. Alright. I need to get... Since I have cleared, basically all of Act 1 with that character already, it's kind of tough because I can't be like, I tried it on this boss and it kicked ass. There's nothing I can really compare it to until I go to Act 2 and really test out, oh, I remember fighting this boss was difficult. With the spell casting, it was so much easier. Or this was a boss that was easy. Spell casting, not so great. Those are the kinds of things I would expect to see. But if it's a landslide that, yeah, magic just wipes the floor with everything, you never know. It could happen. But for that very reason, I'm not going to continue, since that was the last thing I technically did. And I'm instead going to click on this. We'll jump on into this. I don't know what to do with my phone, other than not having it in my way. Alright. Come on, game. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Alright, we talked to this man. He told us to go to town, essentially. Of which we are not going to do, at least not immediately. We're going to kill these deer. The deer are still really easy to kill, so I guess that's good. Ooh. Corpse Eater, Act 3. Look at all of his horns. He has so many little twisty horns. So what are we getting new? Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. I'm assuming there might or might not be new material. I don't think monsters in Act 2 had new materials. They were just harder to kill. Their weapons were upgraded, but still gray. Clan folk kilt. Kilt and pants. That seems weird. It's a kilt. Shouldn't that be the pants? Like, that's how kilts work, right? Unless it's a really windy day, then, you know, there's, you know, advisories for wearing underpants with your kilt, but this is kilt. It's weird that the kilt isn't the pants. But who am I? Does that sell for anything? No, we are going to drop that. And I still find it really weird that like really shitty armor has stat requirements on it. And even stat requirements that are higher than armor that is like outstandingly better than it. It is one of the oddities in this game, honestly. I think, I mean, to be fair, my biggest complaint, and one of the few complaints I actually have about this game, is how they kind of set up the armor. Some of the stats requirements don't make sense. The fact that some sets even have requirements doesn't make sense. The stats requirements being so heavy on certain pieces of gear and not other pieces of gear that are better doesn't really make sense. But it is what it is. It's not like the set requirements on gray gear matters to begin with, right? It's not like anybody's... Oh, God. It's not anybody's going to be wearing the gray gear, right? Unless they're just doing some fashion stuff and they don't care if they're in stats or not. They're just wearing the cool gear. Goodbye, Mr. Ogre. Blah, blah. You know, I would hope that... And maybe they are. I haven't done like a deep dive on drops, but I would hope that since they do drop these same items for being a harder kill, that they at least drop more of it. But maybe they are, I'm not realizing it. Like maybe, let's say, because I need to go back and test this. This is pure theory. That an ogre in Act 1 drops 3 items, an ogre in Act 2 drops, 4 items, and Act 5 drops, or sorry, Act 3 drops 5 items. Maybe that's what it is. I could be wrong. I mean, it might just be nothing to do with it, but I would hope to see something like that, right? You would think grinding in a harder difficulty, if the dropped items are the same, that you'd at least be getting more of them. All right, so we got a little town there. We got our town up there. I'm assuming that there's probably a town underneath all of the swords. So there's like a sword here, sword here, sword here. But I guess we'll find out. First Men, Misgivings, Call of the Winter Moon. Oh, that sounds exciting. We'll kind of clear up through here and then just do a zigzag. So I think for right now, what I'm going to try and do is kind of cut off right here and just check out this area of the map today. And if we get further than that, then sweet. We'll, kind of start breaking chunks off the map as we go. Probably the easiest thing to do would be to like explore in here and then explore in here. And then go back over this way and then, kind of fill in the last 2 bubbles. This area is a lot smaller than Act 2. I'm fine with that. Act 2 was massive. And honestly, a lot of Act 2 map-wise was, quest-wise pointless. Now, you do go back to Act 2 later on to finish up because it sounds like the game ends at the Wicker Man or at least goes to there later. But I also don't think that a full map should be fully utilized, right? There needs to be some areas it's purely for exploration. Like, not saying there's not something there, but the only reason to go there would just be a sense of exploration. God damn it. Fucking bears scare me, though. Bears will definitely one-shot me. Like, no contest. I'm pretty sure if he hits me, I'm just dead. 100% sure that's how that works. Alright, let's check out what's going on in this little camp. A lot of little crops and stuff being grown here. We're gonna steal all of them, because fuck the locals. They don't mind. It's not stealing. If they cared, it'd be stealing, right? I'm just taking advantage of their generosity like an asshole. Alright, grab all of that. There's only one person in this camp. Why are you here by yourself? And why do you look familiar? Have I met her before?
Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our
Oh, she's the alchemist skill chick. Where's her frog? She's the chick that like goes around with that frog.
Ridiculous ideas.
The croque-mall.
I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, crossing. All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic. And men here with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. Until next.
Okay. I'm interested where her croque-mall went, but she is the alchemist chick that we've been kind of helping out a little bit. That's why she looked familiar. I don't want her little frog. Did I even use that? I think the ogre scared me and I lost like concentration while I was doing. I did not use this. So this usually gives a piece of mage armor in each act. There's like a set related to the little shrines. You go around, get all the shrines. You get like a little set of armor of some sort. An animal component. What do we want to give? What are we giving? Let's give something good. Fresh tears. Never mind, we're giving that. Arch Druid boots. Let's see what this set's gonna look like. Increase movement multiplier by 30 when your health is below 33%, so that's not bad. Increases mana duration by 10. Not 10%, but 10. That's pretty darn good. 20 spirituality. Hold on, I am curious. If somebody has nothing in it, what is my base? Mana regen. 2. So as someone has 0, stats for this, that's more than tripling my mana regeneration just on the boots. But let's look at spirituality, because that gives mana regeneration. 0.3. So every 3 levels we're almost getting 1 point. So 20, you're still, I think you're doubling your spirituality, right? A little, it's not quite, that's off by a little bit, but that's still a lot of doubling spirituality. That's what I meant. Doubling your mana regen. And that's not quite accurate with the math, but that said, that's a lot of mana regeneration on a pair of boots. Usually I'm actually really curious what the rest of the set is, because the boots are usually the like low benefit item, right? Boots and gloves seem to have the lowest benefit, and then it's the helmet, and then it's the chest piece. And then like the cape is usually pretty massive, honestly. Because I think there's a cape in Act 1. Oh, I'm trying to like make sure that's right. Yes, there's a cape in Act 1 in the northern area that gives mana regen. And I think it's a cape that gives 10 mana regen. But again, the cape is usually one of the higher stat items, where the boots are usually one of the lower stat items. So if the boots give 10 mana regen, I feel like if it was the chest piece, I would have to be like 20, 25. Some people here.
Look, Grail, the alchemist's little lady sent her lapdog.
How do you know I'm at the alchemist?
Speak. Got the gold?
I do. Let's make a trade and be on our way. Gold, what gold? I don't know what you're talking about. I've got some questions. I have gold, but I've changed my mind. I'll take what I need from your corpses. No. Wealth 400 or more. Well, I definitely have that.
Raylan, check it.
Not much.
Not much? Excuse me?
You heard him. We lost 3 of our brothers on this job. You think we could just go back to the village and say they died so we can walk away with a handful of coins?
I have like 20,000 gold. What do you mean not much? Double it? Right? Bad thing is I'm not either one of these things.
How dare you invoke the memory of our ancestors? Dog! You're not one of us. Not even worthy to speak their names. Raylan!
Oh, well then. Well, it is what it is. Sometimes people just die. Truly unfortunate this was. Ice Weaver's brain? Huh. Interesting. Oh, sorry guys. Didn't have to be that way. But you were dicks. Long short of it. Oh, that's what they're saying. I see what happened in the beginning, though, and why I had that misunderstanding. I gave them 400 gold. I thought I was showing them that I had 400 gold. I didn't realize I was just giving them money. And that they were so ungrateful on the money I gave them for no reason. That was a straight miss. Stamina back. Nope. I just realized. Oh no, it bugged. I was like, he had a spike straight through his eye, but I think that's because he crouched down. His like shoulder spike went through his head. He impelled his own brain. That's a polar bear. Let's not fuck with that. Damn, there's so many bears. What's that? Was that the music? What do you want, bear? I heard like a voice, but I don't know if that was just the music for the background. I'm guessing it was, since I don't see anybody, but it still threw me off. Copper. There has to be a new ore type here, right? Is it just a whole tree? It's not that bad. Yep. Oh, well. I ruined that adventure. On. There we go. Up. Let me up. It's down here. No.
Keep your wits about you.
Some more angry locals. Oh, nameless. These guys were kicked out of their tribes. Delete the armor. Leather. He's laying on stuff. Poultry and groats. There's a boss back there. We can get one of our heads early, it looks like. Every zone has you collecting heads. Might as well get it now. Iron. Meteorite. Come for your head. Ooh, she's something to bear. A little concerning. Go. Kill the summoner, kill the summoned. Easy enough. Definitely a magic set. I really like that helmet. Really like that helmet. Magical totem. It's white? It's a white set? Oh, that's unfortunate as hell. Strength and endurance. The mystic armor, you know, commonly known for their strength. That's such a badass little helmet. That's so unfortunate. It's not like some sort of summoning set or something. It's not even worth its weight. That sucks. Well, I guess that just means it's common. She was marked as a... Oh. Whatever. She was marked as a boss. I was expecting to get her head, but I guess not. I guess she's not that kind of bounty. In fact, I don't think she had anything on her that was being picked up for the quest. She had that item on her. That was it. Defiler, Spark, and something else. She had something else on her. Interesting. Oh, it was a shoulder piece. I thought it was an offhand. Increases penetration by 0.2. That's horrible. Like I was just saying, there's a cape. Oh, but the cape has requirements. This doesn't. Why would you want mana regeneration if you didn't have spirituality? In what world or in what situation would you be like, I really need mana gen, but I don't have any points in spirituality? Because the cape I'm talking about does require a handful of spirituality, but this one doesn't. So it is low because it has no requirements on it, but still, like... Little back piece. And after all that talk about backs being like really good, that one's like really subpar. Again, it has requirements on it, so it might be why. Got a little mole rat. That's funny. Where will that tail travel? Where will it go? Ah, darn. I was hoping it was going to go all the way over to a ledge and like spit itself out and go flying, but I guess it settled right there. It has started just oscillating. That's hilarious. Alright. We got a Shrine of the Allfather here. Stagfather, sorry. Shrine of the Stagfather. A lot of moles. A lot of moles. Just made it all the way up to the other door. And we leveled. It's never hurt. It's a deer. And a little camp. Full of some probably nameless Delrita. Yep. I feel like that's gonna be a theme out here, is that anytime
This is gonna hurt.
there's a camp of
Back to your hot tower.
dick.
You're in for a world of hurt.
is that it's gonna be nameless every time. Sorry, I got really distracted by this dude tearing me. Oh, he's named. I was like, this guy is tearing me a new one. I didn't realize he was named. That explains a few things. Firstly, it explains the mask, which I was staring at like, what is that Iron Maiden thing? Secondly, I couldn't figure out why he was doing so much damage, but named units will do that. Oh man, how much progress did we just lose? Oh jeez. Alright, well, that's what it is. She wasn't that hard to kill.
What's that noise? Give up now.
Why didn't I heal? Did I hit the wrong button? When she hit me, I looked down at my health again, and I realized I don't think my health potion went through. Am I not on my health potion? Did I eat food? Is that what happened? Hey! Alafa, if I'm pronouncing that right. How are you doing today? Oh, I am on food. That would explain what happened. Okay. Like, I hit X.
We're not alone.
It didn't heal me. But that would be because I wasn't on my actual healing potion. Alright. Also helps if I dodge. Is a bear permanently there? We bugged out the bear. That's kind of funny. We're getting this again. Just chilling. How about me? How's the stream going? Going good. Just got to Act 3 on my first character, so I'm kind of exploring what's going on out here. Oh, come on. Pay attention, I can open up the chest. Going through a kind of a map clear before I really start any of the quests down here. Just wanted to see what was going on in this area. How are you today? Are you a player of the game? Do I stream more games? I really kind of stream RPG games in general. It just kind of depends. I'm really big on the Souls games and Elder Scrolls games. But I've played, you know, Cyberpunk and Valheim and whatnot. I'm excited for them to finally be coming out with 1.0 on Valheim at the beginning of next year. You just started Witcher 3. How are you liking it? Witcher is one of those games I own the first two and I haven't actually played them.
We're not alone.
Like, in all truthfulness,
We'll make sure
I've played the first game and really only got past the intro, and that's all I played on it.
money or your life.
I can't even really give a good reason for why.
You're in for a world of hurt. This is gonna hurt.
I don't remember killing the third guy, but he's dead, so I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, like, I remember you start off with, like, I don't know, the intro seemed really unexplained in a way. And I don't mean like a tutorial kind of way, I mean like in a story kind of way. Where you start off in like a war camp? And I don't know, I probably wasn't paying enough attention to it, but it seemed like I didn't know what was going on. That's probably all sneak damage, honestly, but if it's crit damage, that's gonna be right up my alley. Sneak multiplier, that's good. I need to give it another chance, because I've watched people play it and it looks really fun, and the show's really fun, obviously. Oh, thank you for the follow. Because the game, the series, seems really fun, and I love like the lore and the story behind the Witcher games too. which is a big part for any RPG, right? It's the world building that really sucks you into it. Good mechanics and graphics obviously help a lot, but you know what I mean. Let's go check out what's going on over here. Yeah, I probably didn't give Witcher a fair enough run. Interesting. Last time I found these, they're on the back of a monster. Which is not the case here. I think I only needed 4 of those to go make a weird pie. I only got more enemies down here. Just the, just the 2, and then there's a 3rd. 2 plus 1.
Hold your ground, men.
Oh, some Camelonian deserters. My god, the rock stopped my dash. I feel like these aren't actually upgraded. Usually in like the later acts, they'll upgrade the stat blocks of creatures and NPCs that you find in those areas. I don't think these guys were. I think these guys were the same like stat block as Act 2. It's kind of funny. I mean, I guess it gives it like a sense of consistency, right? Like this is the strength of the Camelot Knight, or soldiers, not knights. Sorry, the Camelot soldiers. Slight difference. Grab the fishies. Haven't fully set up my channel. What do you mean? What do you mean I haven't fully set my channel? Like, oh, catching overlays. You mean all like the flashy little strippy bits? They're like ads or, you know, check out these items because of, you know, what have yous. No, not really. Very minimalistic. Very minimalistic. Let's keep going downhill. We'll keep going down this way. Check on the map where we're at. Okay. We're almost to the outer wall for this zone. Oh no, I'm good, man. Thank you, though. Let's see. Oh, you're an NPC. Hello. Are you gonna try merge that? I want your mask. Can I have your mask?
Hello there. And sorry, I haven't much time for chatter, I'm afraid. I was just about to set off again. I don't like traveling after nightfall. Weirdness. Now that one's got a cruel appetite. So best keep moving, right?
This person seems interesting.
Of course.
She has a
In all
different,
this
like,
hurry, I forgot my manners.
personality
My
than
name is Fillmore.
most people you run to in this game.
But do not call me a lady. Though my father would probably prefer it.
Oh no, I'm good, man. Thank you, though.
Some knights aren't too fond of having a woman among them.
Maybe your father is just scared for you. Why did you become a knight? Probably both. Yeah, I can see that.
Yes. He's a bit, overprotective.
But she seems really
Especially
chipper
when it comes to the family
based on
name,
like a
what
lot of
people
the
say.
darker personalities that people around
He
have.
never made it to the round table himself.
Or
so he
downcast. I don't mean
babysat
darker
brothers.
per se, as in like
One ended up
evil.
as a bodyguard. The other took priestly vows.
Later. Have a good one.
That left him bitterly disappointed. And, well, he didn't have much belief left in a daughter. Why? I suppose I thought it would make me count. People notice a knight. I
Fair
read
enough.
that even among the knights of the Round Table, there were few women. Percival, for example. Oh, what a wonderful life she must have had. Forlorn swords. But, if you don't mind, I'd rather keep the purpose of my journey to myself for now. I'd hate to jinx it, having come this far already. The road to Burrow to Connacht wasn't easy, Yes. I heard they're
I'm
not
very
really
interested in
friendly
this
to
character. She has an
outsiders.
awesome mask,
But I've no intention of getting in anyone's way. I'll keep to the path.
and she has like a really upbeat
personality.
personality.
Besides, I'm not exactly searching for something most folk would care about anyway.
What are you?
Thank you. Safe travels, kind wanderer.
Like, I wonder... Okay, so this is definitely gonna be a person we're gonna encounter a couple of times during Act 3, it seems like. I'm wondering, though, if it's someone we've actually run into before. Because... they've definitely used that voice actor before, at the very least. I guess that's a one-handed. My one-handed's already maxed out. Where are you? A Rimor? It's a little goblin. Rimor bow and a Rimor helmet. Yeah, a little goblin or a dark elf. I'm not sure which way they're going with it, but 5 armor. Interesting. I like how a lot of things in this game remove your hair. I mean, a lot of games do that so you don't have clipping issues. It's an easy way to get around clipping. But the ones that you probably could have like an altered hairstyle on, they still just kind of don't. Oh, I forgot to look at this set. Interesting. Increases max health by 100% while you're 100% by 100 while you're in combat. Critical hits, sneak attack, and weak spots restore 5 HP. Heavy strength set. Heavy strength set. Oh, maybe this armor's different. The armor was called Assassin. This is called Surgeon's Mask, so it may not have the same stat requirements, actually. Very interesting helmet, though. Definitely not in my stat layout, though. Let's see what the Assassin's armor was. Yep, I figured. Sneak damage, sneak damage, sneak damage. I might actually already own this armor. I think that's a set of armor you can build. I could be wrong. I'm pretty positive that's a craftable set of armor. Or at the very least, I found it in Act 1. Floating bucket of doom. All that. Oh, grab that. Nothing there. Let's see. What else do we got? Angry bees? Oh, there's more than one bee. Okay. Good thing I have some health regeneration on hit. I keep forgetting how much regeneration I do on hit, just because I die in a lot of cases in 1 or 2 hits. In a lot of cases, I die in 1 or 2 hits. So usually I don't have time for like the old 1, 2, 3 combo to like get my health back up. And I kind of forget that I have a lot of life like steal, honestly. All right, we're back up to here. And there's night. Sleep. We should have gotten a level if I remember correctly. Yeah. We were getting endurance and strength up to 10. Yes, confirm. Oh, what were we doing here? I think we were doing the armor finally. Yes. Let me double check to make sure that I actually have... Yes, I do have heals for damage dealt. And then dexterity. Strength should have... Maybe not. Thought there was a life steal in this too for some reason, but I guess I'm wrong. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Don't care. It's not in here, is it? No. Alright. I don't care about that, right? No, I definitely don't care about that. Don't care about that. So yeah, we're just gonna go down this little chain over here, hit that, and then we're gonna go back and, you know, keep increasing our armor. Oh, wait, I wanted to go down this right side first, didn't I? Increase your melee damage by 1 receiving. Yeah, we're gonna go down this side real quick, and then we'll go fill out these two. And then we'll go back and fill out the first one. How goes the games? It's going. How you doing today, Garen? Oh, you want to talk? Who was Dagonet in your time about Orin?
A truly fascinating man. He started out as a court jester.
Oh, him.
But it quickly became clear he was quite skilled with a blade as well. At first,
a lot of court like jesters and stuff were assassins.
Kingdom. But after he saved my life one day, my perspective changed. Of course, he still could have been a spy.
For that very reason.
But I decided to keep him close and watch him carefully, just in case. In time, though, he proved to be a loyal companion. Well, it didn't surprise me much. That was Dagonet through and through, even when it was my judgment he questioned. Only he and Palamedes ever dared to speak their minds openly in my presence. Dagonet was decidedly less diplomatic than Palamedes. Besides, from the start, he had a rare gift for foreseeing how things would unfold. I dare say, he even managed to make me laugh one last time.
Well, that's good. Do you think Orin's truly his apprentice? What do you think of the knowledge Orin has gathered? Do you agree with Orin that you should return in your full form?
He might have been, but I don't recall us ever meeting in person. Merlin had many apprentices, and Nimue was the most gifted among them. It is possible Merlin forbade his students from speaking to me, but Orin seems devoted to a cause he believes in. Honestly, I had hoped his discoveries might help me recover some of my lost memories. I remember what Merlin and I chose to do, but it seems even Orin wasn't certain of that. I'm not ready to answer that question. You're more important than you think. In the end, Orin's opinion may not even matter.
Interesting. I thought he was going to be all gung-ho about getting his, like, human form back, but he might be reconsidering it with everything we've learned so far. Surprised he even, like, paused there. Okay, back down the mountain. Tiny little camp here. This camp is. I don't think I've been over here. Unless I already murdered these people, in which case, well, it's a bit of a fall. Oh, Garen. If you're still there, do you mind giving a look over on that build I posted? I'm sure there's some places I could have, like, taken a little money away and applied it to other things, but because my prompt on that was under 2K, and I know you're gonna look and go, this is over 2K. I added the SSD and the OS afterwards, but they're not really included in what I was looking at, which puts it under 2K for all intents and purposes. Who are you? Olwen.
You're from outside, aren't you? Silly question. Tell me, do you know anything about One Eye?
Oh.
Of course. I'm Olwen of the Spain tribe, but I don't care. My tribe isn't what it used to be. I don't know if I can talk about it. It's still too raw. You know? Our god, the Lord of the Hunt, he
got out. That's interesting.
Faithful or not, it didn't matter. I'm sorry. Even under normal circumstances, that would be risky. I don't know how many are left, but if I were you, I'd go to Gurfhan first. So if you value your life, go to the capital first. So, about One Eye.
One Eye probably still holds the All-Mother Temple in the south. One Eye's on the Horn of the South. He made a deal with their captain. I mean, both of these are true.
No way. He actually pulled it off. I heard rumors he wanted to strike a deal with the Southerners, but I never thought he'd manage it. Well, thank you for the information.
Okay, bye. So many people are just like, I got places to be, bitch, and just, you know, deucing. So interested that none of these places are actually able to enter. But it is like the gate for the zone change, so I guess that probably tracks actually. It's there just for the aesthetics of there being a gate, not for, you know, exploration of any kind. Could have been both, but alas, here we are. It's very strange looking. Anything around the corner? Absolutely not. Plummet to death, if you're interested in that. No treasures, though. Not a single treasure. Oh, it's up the hill. I'm like, what is in front of me? Probably another mole. Maybe, nope, it's a bear. When in doubt, blame bears. Three more. That name almost shit. Ow. More. That's like almost reminding me of like another name. Remore. There is a fallen elf race. It has a name that's close to that, I think. Like a dark elf, in a way. Can't remember what the hell I'm trying to think of, though. Maybe it's the, like, fallen cave elves that are in Skyrim? I can't remember what they're called. I really can't remember what they're called. That is just a straight-up door. That's not a cave with, like, a fucking fur in the front of it. That's just a straight-up door. Orange Shadow. Man, Battlefront. Battlefront 42 hates me. I keep joining games where it's like 600 to 100, and I'm on the losing side. Interesting. I don't think I've actually played that game and been stuck into an in-progress game before. Well, at least it's only like 100 lives left, right? That means the game's not lasting very long. There's that benefit. That is kind of like one of the bad things, in my opinion. It's just how long the matches are in that game. God, they go on for hours. It's very much that late stage Battlefield I've talked about. Yeah. I mean, it is a late stage Battlefield, so it tracks, right? I'm very confused why he never tried to swing. He just like ran up to me threateningly and then didn't do anything. Frostbitten Warrior Spirit. That has to sell for something, right? That has to have a decent... Oh, I didn't even look at these. Hold on. Increases melee crit chance by up to 50% depending on missing health. On who's missing health? Mine? I'm assuming my missing health, but it could be the enemy's missing health, right? Higher chance to crit the closer to dead they are? I wonder which way that's supposed to be. It's probably me, though. That dagger. Wolf's Fang. Oh, that's an old dagger, actually. Increase sneak damage. Yeah, that's an old dagger from Act 1 as well. That guy had a bunch of shit from Act 1 on him. 60, that's it? Never mind, we're dropping this. Doesn't sell for crap. 800, that's a sales price. That's a sales price. 60's garbage. Whereas just constantly being stomped. Yeah. Yep. And those games are definitely set up to where like one person shouldn't matter. So it's not like you could just come in and like turn the game around either. Especially, I think that's... See, I don't know how I feel about being able to join games halfway through, right? On one side, the only reason you're joining a game more than likely is because you're joining the losing team because progression's gone so poorly, people are leaving the losing side, right? But there's also the other side of it where it's like, if I'm on the losing team, because so many people are dropping out, it feels shitty as well. I feel like what it should be, hear me out. I don't think either of those are the right answer. I think what should probably happen is if one side falls below a threshold, it's considered a forfeit. And you still get XP for the game, still get XP for everything. It's not like you left the game, and I think that should be the other thing. If you leave a game, you should lose all experience you got during that match. And second, if the game is forfeited by mechanics, you still get like full experience and everything. You don't get bonus experience. I mean, you were on the losing team, like, don't get me wrong. But I do think the game, if it hits like a threshold, like, oh, you're below 50% of what you started with, or 25% of what you started with, the match is ending. Your side's clearly forfeited. You know, move on to next game. It's not really fair to players coming in to a losing battle. And it's not fair to like drag that game out either when your team's basically all gone. My God, how many skeletons are there? Yeah, that's exactly what causes it. Leave in progress penalties are the only way to get rid of that. And I'm a fan of forfeits, but it's wishy-washy because of toxic people. Yeah, because you're just gonna have someone bitching. I mean, let's be real. You're gonna have people bitching no matter what's going on, honestly. You're gonna have those sourpusses. They're just gonna be in a bad mood no matter what mechanics are, right? It doesn't matter what your solution is. There's always gonna be somebody that's upset. But at the end of the day, I think what's fairest for all the players involved is the system I described. There's probably other solutions too, like, don't get me wrong. But what I described, I think, is at least kind of a fair way to do it. There's a really cool shrine here that I can't do anything with. I'm assuming you probably come here for a quest or something. I've said that before, where I've been like in a weird dungeon that I can't figure anything out in and never went back to it. But it could be that I never found the quest starter or locked myself out of that quest, which is fine. If I locked myself out of it for choices I've made, not for bugs, I'm all for it. Like, totally tracks, right? The person who would have given you this quest died. Yeah, you're obviously locked out of that quest. Makes sense to me. All right, I have fully explored this place, so we're gonna head out now. Yeah, you either have the trolls that refuse to forfeit or the people screaming as soon as there's possibility of losing. Yeah, and they've been in games since like the dawn of time, right? I remember I used to be really big into PvPing when WoW first came out. So in like vanilla WoW, because classic WoW is actually a thing now. Back in vanilla WoW and the first expansion, let's see, Battle for Azeroth, Jesus Christ. Burning Crusades, the other B one. I did massive PvP, and in fact, I did vanilla PvP with my father. I like grinded the shit out of PvP. Me and my dad were, because back in the day, PvP had actual ranks to it, and only so many people could be each rank. And in fact, on a server, the very top rank could only be claimed by one person on each faction. Like, so there's Horde and Alliance, right? So there'd be one Horde and one Alliance that were the top rank. And they got access to the cream of the crop, like, cool weapon, right? But different ranks going up it got you access to better armor. My dad was always higher ranked than me. It upset me greatly. But you always had those people that as soon as the game started would make some bullshit call that was like, that's a really bad call. And then as soon as no one would fall them because it was a bad call, they'd immediately throw the game. Like, oh, you guys aren't coming to, you know, like, let's say if you're playing, what do you call it? I call it King of the Hill. That's not right. Domination. That's what it's called. You're playing Domination. You have the, you know, A, B, C, D, and you start at B and the enemy team starts as D, he would go straight to D and like, no, we have to go straight to D or we're gonna lose. And everybody's like, no, we're gonna capture the shit we can capture easily first. And as soon as you didn't do that, he would just be like, oh, you guys are garbage. I'm just gonna sit at spawn now because you guys don't want to play the game. It's you always have those people. It doesn't matter the game. You always have those people. Funny story, actually. Because WoW has achievements, and there were achievements for doing all of the mechanics possible in a PvP map, right? So if you're playing Domination, there's an achievement for capturing every single capture point. There's an achievement for capturing all the capture points. There's an achievement for holding all the capture points in a single match. There's an achievement for beating like the enemy team by double their score. There's all kinds of achievements like that. My dad had the title for having all of the achievements for all of the battlefields. All of them. That was his title. And it would be so funny when we get into a game and someone would make a dumb call like that, and my dad would just call them, like, that's all he would say. He's like, you're an idiot. That was all he said. He wouldn't elaborate. He wouldn't try and stop them. He would just say, you're dumb, and move on. And there was one guy who just, like, went off on my dad. My dad didn't even retaliate. He didn't say anything. Just went off on him. And then other people in the match were like, dude, do you see his title? Do you know what that title means? It was so funny that, like, the entire battle group just immediately defended my dad. My dad's toxic. My dad was being truthful, is what it was. Oh, God. Good memories. I haven't thought about that in a hot second. But yeah, he was a high-end raider back in vanilla WoW. Had the Hand of Ragnaros, which was one of three legendary weapons at the time. The only person on our server who had that weapon. And I was, you know, the little assassin rogue that would sneak into the enemy towns and just assassinate random, like, other PvP players and then scurry away. Good times. It was actually really funny because back then, when you went to a PvP match, it was a PvP match on your server, right? It wasn't cross-server matchmaking. So if you're in PvP, you were playing with people you could run into, like, in the real world. And WoW's, like, language system would basically algorithm translate words. My dad knew what his own name was in the enemy language at one point because people would just go, ah, or, you know, some word that we assumed was, I don't remember what we assumed it was because I can't remember what the word was. The only word I really remember was kek, K-E-K, which was LOL. And then my dad's name was Gathra, which was kind of funny. Like in their language, you would see the word Gathra. It's like, oh yeah, they're talking about my dad. Honestly, the best thing you can do is literally just, that's a bad idea. Right. Because most of the time, those people you can't argue with. There's just no arguing with them. And I don't, like, part of me wants to be like, oh, they're just looking for attention. They're looking for that rise. But I don't even think that's it all the time. It's just some people are just so nearsighted and don't understand things to such an extent that they really can't see it. Titanium. How mature I've gotten in my old age. I give up on arguments all the time now. Right? No, you're wrong. Okay, fine. Whatever. Guess I'm wrong. Five hours later, I ended up doing that thing you said. Yeah. Funny thing that, huh? See, it does look like there is a town under every sword. And there's 3 swords in this area. So I'm thinking there's 3 tribes out here. And it's going to be us combining those 3 tribes is probably going to be the story in this area for the most part. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was. It's a cool little chest. That's such a fancy little ornamental chest. With a digestion tincture in it. No more Kageyama for me? Kageyama. Why does that word look familiar? You're gonna have to remind me what that is. If that's a person's name, I cannot place who that is or what that is in either case. Kageyama. Flying deer! Oh no! Oh, it just instantly killed us. That wasn't even a fall to kill us. It was like, there's no way back up. We're just gonna kill you. God, that's like a classic RPG right there. Oh, you fell off the map. Oh, good. We're not that far back, at least. This is literally right before we died. All right, do not run out there. It is death. Now we know. Look how much wiser and older we are in the last, like, 2 seconds. Here, we have a cool little house. It's probably an instant, so there's probably someone inside. There's no way to tell if they're friend or foe from out here. I'm assuming a nice Kempt house is friendly. You never know. Ah, one NPC. Hello, sir. Dolph. Who I can't talk to, and who doesn't talk to me. Interesting. Maybe I come back later to talk to him? Nothing in here is stealing either. Ha ha ha. We're coming back here later, for sure. There's a trap door back here. I wonder... He's probably part of the Alchemist Guild, right? Seems like he's an alchemist. Well, if he doesn't want to talk to us now, I guess we'll just come back whenever we have the quest. Nothing is stealing here either, which is kind of weird. Maybe because maybe if he is part of the guild, since we're also part of the guild, maybe that's why. It's just seeing as sharing with the guild, maybe. Well, sharing's caring, I guess. By the way, looking at this build you posted, my initial reaction is, A, I'm glad you bought my 4070s when I did, because they're like 200 to 400 more now. Yeah. They've jumped. Although it should be a 5070 on there, right? Or 5080. What did I put on there? And B, what's with the motivation for a 980 3D instead of a better GPU? Yeah, you have a 5070 on there. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. You said 4070. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. The motivation for the 9. Price, honestly. I think for a lower price point, that's an insanely good GPU. In fact, I would almost argue that's probably in the top 10 GPUs from last year. I know we're almost done with this year, but I think that was like one of the top 10 like GPUs from last year. And still a really good GPU now on benchmarking. Obviously there's better stuff, but when you start looking at the price tag, that's like a $400 or $500 CPU when something better is like $1,000. Like it jumps up really quickly after that, what it seemed like. You love the 70 series now. I feel like the 70s were always... Was it always the 80s or 70s? It seems like there's always, like, one that was always just the best value. Like, they didn't die, and they had a good lifespan. I can't remember if that was always the 70s, or if it used to be the 80s. I can't remember. But yeah, looking on them now, the 70s are definitely a better deal, it looks like. If it hasn't always been the 70s, they're always the good deal. All right, let's go ahead and sleep. I can't see shit anymore. It's more that the 980 seems really high performance and the GPU is more budget. And we always had 80s and now the 70s. Okay, so it did used to be the, I thought it used to be the 80s when I was thinking about it, but yeah, the 70s right now are like really good. So you think I'm spending too much on CPU and not enough on the graphics card? More bees. Ow, fuck. Bring on bugs. The most annoying part about those is you don't get anything. There's no loot. Give me my tiny beetle corpses. Shrine. What the hell is that? Huh. Well, it's like almost 1K from just CPU and Mobo, so I'm curious why. To me, honestly, whenever you're building a computer, the computer is the motherboard and CPU, right? Really, it's the CPU, but CPUs have a chipset, which means you're kind of locked into specific motherboards. You can build a computer that lasts for years if you get a really good CPU and motherboard, and then you can upgrade the graphics card later. But honestly, I can't remember how much they are. I want to say the CPU, I'm just going to pull numbers on my ass because I can't quite remember. CPU was 400. Mobo was 350, 380. And the graphics card was 450. So if you're looking at individual items, the graphics card was the most expensive. But yeah, if you're looking at the motherboard and CPU, which you probably should, then they were obviously the more expensive thing. But they're also the hardest things to upgrade later, I feel like, personally. Because you get kind of locked into like only certain things at that point. Whereas the graphics card, it's just a graphics card. It's an additional slot. As long as you have that slot, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, I was a little off. Okay. CPU is 480, Mobo is 418, and GPU is 550. So the numbers were about as apart as I thought they were. They were all just a little more expensive than what I remembered. Oh, the song has talking in it. I was like, what the fuck is near me and talking? Okay. Yeah, your thinking is right. The platform is hard to upgrade. Like, you can always go back later and put in whatever graphics card you want. Because that's how expansion slots are supposed to be. But yeah, the the base of it is kind of non-negotiable after you start. It's not 100% accurate, but it definitely feels like it. And like, it's a really hard juggle, right? Like, I'm trying to stay under 2,000, and obviously you want a really good CPU, and then you want a decent motherboard that supports that CPU. And I think if I was gonna skimp on something and upgrade it later, the graphics card's like the only thing, right? Like, another thing I would do is I would double my RAM at some point as well. Video editing, working in Photoshop and SolidWorks, I want more RAM. But I can always add that same RAM later on as well. Like, I can fill those other 2 RAM slots later. And it's not like that graphics card's bad, right? The 5070 is a really good graphics card. I will say for DDR5 too, the memory training kind of... Really? I thought I got... You're saying the RAM I picked out wasn't good. I got a different. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I thought I got some decent memory. No, not what you're saying. I'm saying my experience with DDR5 as a generation. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've had a problem with it per se, personally. I can't think of a time that my computer's fucked up and I've been like, it's the RAM. I've had times where a game is fucked up and it's because I had a memory leak which was affecting my RAM, but it wasn't really the RAM's fault. I'm not sure if I've personally had like an issue with DDR5. In this computer, I'm not sure. In my computer at work, yes. I don't know if I do on this computer. Give me a second. I don't know if I have DDR4 or 5 on this computer. That should be a very easy check. Real quick. That's interesting. It's not listing it. I thought this used to list the RAM stats outside of how many gigs are installed. Did they change this? This seems so... I feel like this like readout used to be so much more useful than it is now. Hold on, give me a second. Hmm. 7,000 Ryzens and up. So the thing with DDR5 is that it's so fast that it requires timing training, which can take minutes. So you either have to do it every time you boot or use the previous timings until you can't anymore. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Too darn fast. Yeah, I can't find where my computer reads out what kind of RAM I have, which is very interesting. It's like once a month or so, my PC literally takes 10 minutes to boot. Yeah, that's how my work computer is. And sometimes it'll just, like, it itself will just be like, we're gonna shut down now. And it takes like 10 minutes to boot. And I think it's because the RAM's just like, I'm tired. But yeah, there is that one boot every so often that's just a little longer than usual. Yeah, the two places I remember, let me check this real quick. There might be a third place. I was gonna say there's two places I remember checking that kind of information, and neither one of them actually say what it is anymore. They just give like a gigs number. They don't show a speed, which is odd. Where is it in here? Nope, it's not that. Nope, not that. God, I look at the stats on my computer and goddamn, this is an old ass computer. I'm using an old i7 that's 3.8 gigahertz. I'm using a GeForce RTX 3080. My poor computer's been through a lot. Yeah, I can't actually find anywhere that it actually lists my RAM. Which is crazy, right? Like in an informational way. I'm not seeing like any actual useful information as far as my RAM's concerned. Other than I have 32 gigs of RAM. That's all you get, 32 gigs of RAM. You don't need to know anything else. Nothing else is relevant. Interesting. Why did I drop down that one? That's not even helpful. Yeah, there's nothing in that. Well, let me open up one more thing. Well, this at least shows speed, I guess. Speed is 2,133 MTS. It's so weird that I can actually find information on what RAM is in here, but I can find information on everything else. My current CPU, i7-10700. Well, let me pull that back up. I just closed out Device Manager. What's that? Yeah, i7, 10,700K. CPU-Z. Specky is a thing I usually have installed on my computers for deep diving into stats and equipment. I don't have it on this computer at the moment. I usually keep it on a thumb drive. That thumb drive is at work right now. Okay, so this computer, I was gonna say, I didn't think this computer had it, but I could, because this computer, I made this computer a while back, but I do know the one at work has DDR5 because I just upgraded a lot of stuff on my computer at work. And I have, this was a while ago. And yeah, it does do the very slow boot like every couple of weeks, honestly. It also does this weird thing where you can't put it to sleep. Like, you know, you can hit Windows and like or like the turn off button, but instead of turning off, you can put your computer to sleep. My computer at work can't handle that. It locks the computer up completely. It's really strange. And my computer at home, whenever I put it to sleep, I have to hit the power button to turn it back on. Like, to get it out of hibernation, I have to hit the power button. At work, I just have to I basically have to unplug the computer to get it to turn back on. We back up, we're back up. And so when I first made this computer, I had an i5 in it, and I did upgrade to an i7 a few years later. So the CPU I have is actually relatively new, all things considered. Like, based on the build of the computer, the CPU is new. Just gonna sneak in here and grab this real quick. Let's give it a weird plasm. We got the gloves for that set. What in the fuck are you? Ah, I'm blind. Yeah, I can definitely tell I'm in Act 3 now. My weapons are struggling a little. I definitely need to hopefully find a better weapon at some point. So I'm hearing from you is just find the very best DDR4 and not fuck with the timing reboot. I haven't had like that much of an issue with it personally at work. I mean, yeah, you have that boot every so often, it takes longer, but it's never like, I need my computer boot now. If it doesn't boot now, I'm gonna be fucked. Like, sometimes it boots fast, sometimes it doesn't. And maybe because I'm at work, it's a little bit different. It's like, well, I can't do anything, just gotta sit here. Why aren't you working? Computer's booting, man, I don't know. There go blame that IT guy. It's also me. 9 series is only the AM5, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. If you're talking about the build I linked today, the AM5 is indeed the chipset generation for the CPU / motherboard. You are correct, sir. So yeah, 7 and 9 both require AM5. I also liked, and I know you can get a slot for it, but the motherboard I was looking at also has like a decent amount of USB slots on it. I know it's a very minor thing, especially since I already own a PCIe slot that... PCIe. That doesn't sound right. PCI? Pick? I don't remember. Anyway. Mind, fog, fart. Anywho. I already have an expansion slot for additional USB slots anyway, so I already have that board. So it is very much a small selling point. But it does free up my computer to get a sound card, which I think I'm going to need at some point. So 7 and 9, which requires DDR5. I have a MOBO with like 12 plus USB slots, which I love. So damn, that's impressive. Yeah, naturally, my computer in the back of it only has 5, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, it only has 5 slots. And then I got an expansion card that gave me an additional 5. Dorita Totem? What that is, but we're gonna take it. What is a Dorita Totem? Archdruid Gloves increases crit chance by 3 and mana's below 33%. Increases critical damage by 50%. Damn, this Archdruid set seems really good so far. Oh, the totem was a back piece. That's not a totem. That's a cape. Am I confused on what totems are? I don't know what about this says totem. Let's not know what totems are. This, I would be like, oh, that's a totem. And it is. That, I don't know. That's a stretch. Seems a bit much. Look, I have a handkerchief. It's a totem. And I guess in some form of the word, I guess that can be true. But it still seems weird. So I will say it's a premium MOBO. Yours? What's premium? You talking about the one I sourced? Which shouldn't be premium. I was gonna say it wasn't that expensive. I would imagine a MOBO that had 12 USB slots would be premium, though. 4 M2 slots? Wait. Hold on. I did not catch that. I knew it had a lot of USBs. I couldn't remember the number on. I thought it was 10, honestly. I thought it had 10 USB slots. But it has 4 M2 slots? Like that might not be accurate, but basically a thumb width wide. We're talking about the M2 slot. There's 4 of them? I didn't catch that when I was looking at it. Yeah. I did not catch that. I made sure it had one. I don't know why it wouldn't. Like a new age MOBO, I'm pretty sure it's just standard to have, you know, M2 slots. But I made sure it had it. I was like, oh, M2 slot, check. And I guess just me checking it visually, I didn't look at the number next to it for how many there were. And I didn't do a physical inspection of the board either. I just looked at it like a spec sheet for it. And I was like, okay, this works. I did not see that there was a 4 in front of that M.2. That is crazy. I don't really count the front. The front is just like, oh, I need to charge my phone real quick. Oh, I need to attach a thumb drive. They're there. You want at least one, but in general, I'm not really using them too often. One PCIe 5. Oh yeah, it is PCIe. Why does PCIe sound weird when I'm like saying that? So yeah, there is 1 5, 3 4s. Interesting. I didn't realize. Yeah, that's. Huh. Okay. But now I feel like I need to go back to it because that many they must be stacked. Are they stacked? Is that how? That might be what it is. Does it have like 2 slots, but then 2 of them are also stacked? I have seen that places have started doing that, which always concerns me. They're under the heatsink. Oh, okay. I was like, trying to think of where they'd even be. Yeah, I've seen on laptops where they'll have like a dual M2 slot where it's like slightly staggered but on top of each other. And it's just like, seems weird. But I guess like M2s don't put off a lot of heat maybe. But I feel like that would just be like a shit ton of heat coming off that middle one, right? It's in between 2 boards. And it's like trapped. You would think that'd be like a horrible idea. Ow, that hurt. I don't know why I went slow-mo. He was already dead. His face is just a gaping hole. The bottomless. Yeah, okay, I guess I can see that. Although I think that's a bottom right there. I think there is a bottom. I mean, we can get in a little close. Yeah, that looks like a bottom to me. Anyway. That's probably the first of many, right? This is another exit? Yeah, that goes back outside. So we came from there. This goes down. You can see the label of the PCI 5 one just above the left 2. Now, like I said, I should have probably looked at a physical instead of just the stat sheet, because obviously I didn't read the stat sheet as thoroughly as I should have. Interesting, there's like a spiral staircase back up. Didn't catch that one, I was up here earlier. There's like a drop option, but also you just take the weird spiral staircase instead. Why not? Okay, looks like everything in here. Let's go out the front door instead of the back door. That I didn't even know existed. And you did say something that I didn't realize. I knew it supported DDR5, but you're saying it requires DDR5, what I picked out? Like I said, I was just looking, does it support this? Yes. Okay, get this. I didn't really look at, if you don't get this, you're fucked. It requires it. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really change my mind about that function of the build at all. I actually do have a pretty decent amount of life still now. I can just kind of like, on small enemies, I can just stand there and take their hits, it looks like, pretty well. You little shit. A brim shade. Holy crap, this thing is fucking me over. Oh, it killed me. DDR generations have physically different shapes to ensure you can use compatible memories. Yeah, you are correct. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I guess specifically, I should have, but didn't think about DDR4 and 5 having a different footprint. When I knew 1, 2, 3, and 4 had different footprints. Because I almost know them, honestly. The spacing, like where that notch is, like where that space is. Yeah, I should have That should have occurred to me when I said that. I'm dumb. Obviously, the motherboard can only handle one type of RAM type. Kind of just forgot that little tidbit of information for whatever reason. It's kind of like one of those things where you forget the reason why you do something, you just know that you do it. Like, I knew I needed to check, does this support DDR5? Yes? Okay, we can move on. And I kind of forgot that the reason on that was because you have to use specific DDR4 motherboard. It's funny how you kind of forget the why sometimes and just kind of focus on the what. It doesn't seem like I can just, on smaller enemies, kind of like stand toe to toe and just damage, sponge, and heal. Pretty reliably. As long as I'm hitting. If they're dodging a lot and I'm not hitting, then obviously I'm not lifestealing. It all falls apart. All in all, it's a nice build that'll last for a while. Trying to sell Kels on it for her own computer. Her computer's older than mine, and she's gotten to a point where she can't really play newer games. Which again is why I was trying to keep under 2K. Fuck this little guy go. Did he jump down? Well, this guy's shooting shot me, huh? Maybe, because I need to upgrade my computer as well, but for the moment, my computer is still, you know, doing fine. I can still play modern games. I might have to turn off a setting here or there, but I can still play modern games perfectly well. Yeah, at some point, I guess if we have the money, I usually get $1,000 to $2,000 as a bonus at the end of the year for my job. Not that I should expect it, but if I do get it, I was just going to be like, do you want to build this computer? We have the money, extra money that we weren't expecting. We can save it towards, you know, buying a new house, which is what we're saving money for right now, is trying to buy a house. But, you know, why not? God damn it, it threw me all the way back. I get really fucked by the auto-saving this game sometimes. Like, really fucked. This crap all over again. It always feels bad when I miss that dash. When you're sprinting, you do like a flurry attack on your first swing. It always feels bad when I miss that. I will say you could save like $300 to $400 just from going from a 780 3D to a regular MOBO. Yeah. I don't know if it'd be that much, right? What'd you say it was? 440? Probably go down to a 240, right? $200 I could see. I mean, a $48 graphics card isn't worth its weight. Or graphics card. MOBO, I mean, sorry. Grab. Where in the fuck are we? Keep going up this little mountain. Trying to get to this stupid shack and I keep dying. Yep, stupid shack is stupid. There is nothing here. There's a good stash of shit right here for some reason. That's a fancy ass chest if I ever saw one. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, I went too far. That's what happened. There's a ton of AM5 Mobos around for 200 according to... Yeah, that's what I was saying. I could see a $200, $240 Mobo doing the same job well enough. Without sacrificing too much on it, right? And Kels doesn't need as many peripherals as I do, so she definitely doesn't need as many USB slots as I would. And that's also not the case you'd want to get anyway. She likes white cases. There we go. Sit there and think about what I was doing for a second. There would be some small things you would change on it. The case I more or less just threw on there. I was like, needs a case. Just throw a case in there. Same thing with the solid state drive. Like, she has solid state drives. She has M2s. She's just going to use the one she has more than likely. Which already has Windows on it. I've like wrapped back around by accident. That's what I was wanting to do anyway. So that's like 120 to 270 off just with those two components. Yeah. But just like most of the world, she's like, but it's AMD. I don't want AMD. Like, that was the first thing she said. She's like, why is it AMD? I was like, AMD's doing good these days. About, 4 years ago, they really picked up their shit. They're a decent CPU now. They're not compatible. They're competitive with Intel, if not better, in some cases. They actually give Intel a run for their money now, which Intel really needed. I like how I killed him. God damn it. I don't think I can kill him still. He still kicks my ass like big time. I just realized. No, never mind. Okay, sorry, I thought it said Thrad right here on this save. I was like, I just realized I saved over my other character, but I didn't, thankfully. Yeah. As I was gonna say, about 4 years ago is when AMD finally made a CPU that was competitive with Intel, like truly competitive with Intel. And since then, I've heard that they've been getting better, and Intel hasn't really changed. And benchmarking, I don't remember what CPU I benchmarked against the AMD that I picked out. But the AMD was like half the price and way better. Better bang for buck, better overall performance, and less issue prone. That said, Intel might be getting better with gaming specifically. Not sure with the newer X3D gaming CPUs. And they don't even, because this is one thing Kels was like, I've heard AMD's like really bad on like heating. Like they get really hot. I'm like, I know they can run hotter and still be fine. But as far as like the newer ones, I haven't really been hearing that they're like massive, like, suns inside of your computer. And obviously, even within AMD and Intel, they obviously have theirs that burn hotter or not, and can withstand higher temperatures and not. Yeah, I still do no damage to this man. You better believe he will one-shot me, like, instantly. Oh my god, what was that combo, dude? You just went ham on that wall. Oh crap, he nicked me! God damn it. Yeah, I have no business killing that guy. I think it's the CPU cooler is the reason for that. Did you just tell me that CPU coolers exist for cooling down CPUs? Was that what that statement was? Wait. That's interesting. Saving and loading your game gets rid of the pursuer. That's fun. You literally can't save scum a fight with him. Although, literally, he spawns every night, every time you sleep. So it's not like it's hard getting him to spawn. It's not like it's a rarity by any means. Oh, and there he is again. If I can outrun him. If I run far enough away, does he just fuck off? Honestly, I can just sleep is the real answer here. Oh, I leveled. Let's do that real quick. Now we'll get strength up to 10. Why not? No, LOL. I think AMD got lazy with their packaged CPU coolers, so they were running warm. Oh. Who uses a pre-packaged CPU cooler? What barbarian does that? Alright, this will give me some thorn. That'll be nice when I do get hit and survive it somehow. For a while, AMD had really good ones. I feel like I still are. Unless it's like a pre-built computer, I always throw away the, like, cooler that comes with CPUs sometimes. Then they kind of went the way of Intel CPUs coolers, and you need to get the extra one. Yeah. Which also means, as far as that build went, I would probably be dropping some fans if the case didn't support the fans I counted out either. Nothing going on here. Houses. Nothing in them. Ah, shit. She shot her own wolf with a fireball. That's hilarious. That hit me? You stop running away from me? It's kind of annoying. Dude, the crit? So I put in the points for my crits to apply bleeding. The crits apply so much bleeding in one hit. Like the ring was, oh, it applies 1 bleed per hit. This is like, oh, you crit, you just added 10 bleed. It's like, dear God. If you're stacking it in that number, then yeah, bleed's not bad. Grotto of the First Men. Yeah, you could make it a few $100 cheaper. Not sure about stocking of 5070s. Other than that, it's a nice build. A-okay, adequate build. Is that water? If we just jump down there, will people call us out for being crazy? Not even gonna save. Not even gonna save. We're just gonna go for it. Kinda thought something might have been down here, but there's literally nothing down here. Not a chest, not a dead body. Not an angry badger, just water. Water to catch you when you fall. And no paths either. There's no like secret little secret tunnel. Like nothing. There's just an aesthetic little pool. Aesthetic little abyss that you can't kill yourself in. If 10 is the best thing you could buy right now, it's probably an 8. That's fair. Are you saying like a 0 out of 10 considering price, or 0 out of 10 considering the best thing possible? Like, are we talking best bang for your buck, or are we just talking absolute, like, GOAT? Like, what are we... Raw performance. Oh, yeah, for sure an 8. Like, definitely nor... Maybe even a 7. That guy has a fucking health pool. Oh, and then he just dies. I don't even know what I'm fighting right now. Oh, a slime. I'm fighting a slime. Dude, he had such a big health bar pop up for me to just instantly kill him as soon as I went to slow-mo. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, the first men. Men? Men here. Men here. Weird angels? I don't know what those are. And wolves. Ooh. I like... Hold on a second. Follow me, right? Follow me. First men in cave. Cave painting, angel. Cave painting, men here. Cave painting, people. But fucking goat? The difference in detail randomly for this goat. Like, why? We have picture of God. 2 seconds. Picture of goat? Leonardo da Vinci himself came here for that. Like... What in the actual fuck? That one's really good too. Kind of. I mean, it's not great, but... Oh, look at that guy. That guy's fancy. The goat must have been like, you know, final product and like, you know, the progression. There's a progression of art in here, right? You have the first drawings. Right? The first drawings, stick figures, you know, did a little bit more for the gods, you know. Third drawings, you got Derpy Boy over here, you know. Next series is over here, and then finally we end with the goat, pinnacle of art. It's literally the goat. Oh god. All right, anywho. So random. Ow. That hit me from there? Shit. I didn't realize that had that much range. Like being stuck in a corner against this thing. Oh, I knocked it out. Chest I can dig up. Oh, a Menhir statue. Or a real Menhir. Oh, don't know which. Keeps going down. Crawly hole, nice chest. The Mad Dog potion. Chalice. That's a Menhir. The last one I found tried killing... Well, the last one of this size I found tried killing me. The rest I found a few that were friendly. So, it is give or take, just like anything in the world, I think, but... Weird little cutback that seems kind of pointless. What's going on in here? Just a man in his portal. Alright, speak to me. The construct.
I sense the presence of a soul. The veil stirs. I awaken. Time is not mine to measure. No sun reaches this place.
Fair enough.
If you seek such knowledge, find the one the creators named Time Construct.
Very
Or
informative.
ask the construct for watching Outlanders. He counts the days, or so it's said. I am the observation construct, set here long ago by my creators. Of them, no trace remains, yet you bear the soul mark of a creator. Shall I speak what I have seen?
Sure.
You must choose what I shall speak of. My memory holds much, but not all at once. Would you know of the living that pass through this place? Or the signs carved upon stone? Or the bones and the other still organic matter?
Oh god. So many questions.
So be it. Many come. Small lives, clawed and toothsome. None like you have passed this way in many cycles. The stone is painted history.
Okay, I
The
could have told you that,
first
but
carved
thanks.
their truths into the walls. Signs not bound by the turning of time. I watched as stars marked their days. The pattern remains for those who know how to follow it. One rests still, a skull of the first, cradled on a pedestal. Perhaps the old tales speak true, that the creators sprang from those ancient ones, but to say more would be beyond my knowing. I do not know this word. I was woken by the hand of creators, or perhaps by their will. I wake to presence. I rest when the world falls silent.
Okay.
The watch is ended. When another soul walks this ground, take this.
A memento. Oh, I got his skull. What the hell even was that? A focus? Not a focus. I'm gonna drop these actually. Drop. Max health, mana regeneration. Drop that. Okay. What in the actual hell did he just give me? Oh, it's a quest item. Okay. That's gonna be important at some point, I guess. Good talk, sir. I'm gonna go through your portal now. I'm already in the Grotto of the First Men. Oh, it took me to the entrance. Oh. That's nice. Yeah, that weird, like, loop around makes even less sense now. That was fun. Nice, simple little dungeon. Got some lore. Got a little trinket. Quest item, but still. Bleh. Alright. I think I had a quest down here in a little bit. Somewhere down here, I think I had a quest marker. Arita Shrine. Maybe there's a pilgrimage quest where you gotta go through and pray at each shrine or something. Time will tell. I've been down there already. Oh, maybe I already had the quest to get that skull. That was about where I had the quest marker, and it's not there anymore. Because you definitely run into places sometimes and get a quest item that you're not even on a quest for yet. Which I think is like some of those cases where they're talking about like some events will break a game. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I personally haven't hit any kind of issue like that yet. Not to say they aren't in the game, but I just haven't had the opportunity to find myself before one. Damn, these guys fucking move. Aha! Oh. Jesus, those guys are annoying as hell. Nimble little bastards. Oh, there's a shrine. I didn't even see that. What do we got? A deer? It's like a goat. Weird fucking looking deer. Shrine of the deer. It doesn't look like there's a way up to this ledge over here, actually. Maybe. Hold on. I've spoken too soon. Alright. No, we're good. We're good. I don't think there's anything up here, but we got up here. Oh, hold on. The fuck? Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing down there. Come on. Jump. Oh. Okay, we're good. Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Like, every so often, the, like, parkour in this game is awkward. What? It is strange how sometimes I feel like I do a ridiculous amount of damage, and then sometimes I feel like I don't do any. Especially when it's concerning, like, the Pursuer, the Anchor boss. I don't know what his actual name is. I know it pops up every time I try fighting him, but I never take the time to memorize what it is. He just has so much health or damage resistance or both.
We have company.
Grab. Ah, my foot itches. My foot. The itch is real. I guess we can level up, I think. Yeah, well. Can't talk to Arthur here, but I can at least level. Yes, please, I will take that. And we're going back into practicality and going down the other side now. I don't care about that. This will be worth it later on. It's not something I care about at the moment. Not for this build anyway. Not to say that's not good, but I can't find armor I want to equip anyway. I'm not at my threshold, so it just doesn't affect me right now, more or less. Chance to negate all damage incoming, and your damage negation chance is increased to a light equipment load, 1.5 or medium or heavy. Interesting. So you can go like a weird monk build for most part. But we're going to go down this way now, where I'm going to start putting all my points into this one to get a little extra damage, and then we'll go back and increase our armor, giving us even more damage as well. Plus, just, you know, some survivability that we desperately need with our health being so low. Good. We'll have to actually place the campfire to talk to Arthur. Do that in a second.
What's that noise?
What could it be? Whatever could that noise be? How will we ever know? He's gonna drink a potion in front of me? Just like that? Why can't I take that potion? He didn't drink it. I want that potion right there. He clearly didn't drink it. He had a mask on still. He couldn't drink it. All bullshit. Should be able to loot that potion. Oh, that's a min here. Or something. Maybe not a min here. I don't know what those are. Those constructs are weird. I run into them every so often. Not min here. They don't have 4 arms. But maybe another type of construct a min here made? There's some items in here that I just can't loot. They're stuck in the abyss of their own carrying item. Can't grab from the other side either. Interesting. This looks like this whole town was destroyed at one point. I mean, if anything looked more like a fucking Dark Souls boss area. But this area does look properly fucked, though. I guess let's dig in and see what's going on. Village. Oh, looks like I can turn in Misgivings back behind me. Let's go turn in Misgivings real quick. And we'll jump down into this hole. What's going on in this destroyed town? Oh! This is where that girl's from. The chick that was at the front of this gate. Who was saying her town was destroyed. This must have been where her town was. Okay. Where are we going? I need a marker. I think that's a bear, so I don't really want to aggro it. Yep, definitely a bear. Kind of go on this side of the wall since I didn't really look at this edge. I was running up. There's a lot of ruin and destruction here. So actually, this is what we'll do. When we're coming back, we'll just go straight into this front door here. There's an NPC right there. Maybe he'll give me more information on this destroyed village. Pretty sure I've activated that. I think it's... Yeah, I definitely activated this. No. Oh, it's for the alchemist. Okay. I was wondering who I was giving this to.
You did it! Wonderful. I don't think I need to hear the details of that meeting. I'm deeply grateful. Oh, and one more thing. You've proven yourself trustworthy. So you'll find a few special items in my shop.
You've done really good work for me. I'll give you the
something will
privilege
catch
of
your
buying
interest.
shit from me. Thanks. Couldn't, you know, give me something for my effort? Frost Needle, Thunder Lash, which is a really good one. chain lightning. Shoots lightning shock, jump between 5 enemies. Ice, toxic dart, blazing orb, lots of healing potions. I'm glad that there is a vendor for buying healing potions, because by God, I like run low on those sometimes, and I don't ever have the is it sage or rosemary that you need for making potions? I think it's sage. I never have enough sage on me. Anyway, she buys stuff is the more important thing here. You can buy all the garbage I picked up, which is a lot. I'm more than positive we have that, but hold on to it just in case I'm wrong. You'd think something called a great bow would sell for more. Just saying. Don't use mana, we can drop all the mana potions. No, that's fine. There we go. 23,000. Oh, I had another question for her.
You've already done so much. That said, there's one more thing you could help me with.
Always one more thing.
The guild has been trying to get in touch with Dolph Jonkheer for a while now. All I know is that he was supposed to be conducting research in the territory of the Sven tribe.
Oh, that must be the... I've already found this man.
I appreciate it. Once you find him, ask him to provide a report on his research and bring it back to me. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious about this. It's standard practice. He's one of the senior members of the guild. What's concerning is that he went to the Forlorn Swords alone. He's not familiar with the Dalraita tribe. Until...
I know exactly where this man is. He's right there. The quest marker told me so. Oh, that's a long walk, actually. Is there a teleport? Kind of. There's probably a teleport in town, actually. Maybe we'll walk into town. We'll go talk to this man. We'll walk into town. I know we... Ah, fuck it. We're going through this thing. We'll go there on the way. We said we're going into this ruined village, and by Joe, we're going through this ruined village. So help me. There's a teleporter. Definitely need more of those. Hello, sir.
Anon Rita, wandering through these frigid lands. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. I'm an old Dalrita. I couldn't care less anymore. You, though, my advice, leave them be. And if you're fool enough to poke one, run like hell while you still can. I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man. You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here.
I seek artifacts of King Arthur. I wish to understand the nature of what dwells within me. I think it's no concern. Yeah, that one. Definitely this one.
Hey, that's a proper question to ask. And perhaps there's no better place to lose oneself entirely in such a quandary. I once knew a man who faced a dilemma. It lingers with him to this day. Gerfan is his name.
That sounds familiar.
Good man. You should meet him.
Oh, he's like the current leader of the tribes here, I think. That's why I've heard of him before. Oh, he sells stuff. What do you sell? Locks, picks, and arrows.
I was once a scribe, and true to my calling, I have little contact with the tribes these times. You'd be better off discovering things for yourself, believe me. Camelot. Butchered almost everyone from the Gunvaldir tribe. Old Frode, Gunvaldir chief, knew the Camelosians were coming. He called for aid, but no one answered his plea. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. The Dalrita dared not speak his name aloud. They call him One Eye now.
Yeah.
The last I heard, his people had taken the Temple of the Almighty. Among the Dalrita, there were rumors that their giants had begun to stir.
Oh.
Hard to say how much truth there is to it. Look for yourself. Still sleeping like the dead. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. Here?
So it's called those things giants,
No,
okay.
no. What happened here was a slaughter. Folks lose their wits there. For as long as I recall, restless Dalrita lingered within its walls, but then the Gunvaldir decided to look after them. Gunvaldirs had close ties to the spirits of their ancestors. In return, the spirits granted them strength. Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar. Let the dead remain dead, as they say. It's surprising he's still alive, I won't deny. They break away and rally to the banner of the proud warlord.
Heard some whispers there. Got some nice little lore dumps. Always appreciated. We can go through his battlefield. Guessing these are grave markers for people who fell here. Other Dalrita must have came in and buried people, or One Eye buried all of his people by himself. Sure which. There's a handful of shrines that just say pray. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those. Probably missing like a certain quest item or what have you. Just realized that shrine's at the bottom of the giant. I can get any higher up on him to like really get a look at him. One cauldron, please. Yeah, it sounds like I never picked up a mana potion before. Just so you know, this is a mana potion. Mana potions recover mana. Thanks, game. Truly helpful. Dead well. Destroyed building. Little chicken coop. I need to take a picture of this. Whenever we restart our Valheim server. Oh, look at all the little dead chickens. Poor little bastards. That's how I need to build a chicken coop. Oh. Dead guy here. Stone Tablet of Resolve. So we're going to take that. Hopefully this dead man won't mind if I sleep here for the night.
I can only assume that Camelot is no longer what I once built it to be. If it were up to me, the old agreements would still be honored. But if they went through with such an attack, then they must have had a reason. All signs point to that. The men here in Kuanacht, the assault on the Gunvaldir. Don't ask if I would have done the same. Never. Until now. Seeing it through your eyes, it only proves how little we understood about the Fordwellers. Sadly, our encounters with them were limited to the battlefield. We saw creatures that dragged the bodies of fallen Fordwellers off the battlefield, or living beacons that revealed the location of our camps. But this construct seems even older, lands we had to wrest from them. We had no time for such speculation, but now, with the construct's claim that they might have been the fathers of the Fordwellers, who knows? Perhaps humans, too, might one day learn to coexist with the weirdness. But first, we must give them the time.
Much lore, many questions. Alright, fast forward to daytime. Daytime. And look at you looking around. See what we can see. I do like you like have these little conversations with him from time to time to get like some insight on lore and the past. Go. Grab everything. This is up here, another undead. Go. Snag. I do like how the chests in this area look different. Like, oh, this is a Dalrita area. You're gonna have Dalrita chests. Like, that's a nice little touch. They get points off for having, you know, fresh milk in ancient tombs that have never been entered in millennia. But they get bonus points for having unique chests for different environments. Net neutral, some would say. Okay. Single fuck was given this day. Darita armor. Nothing there, nothing here. Looks like a little market area possibly at one point. Yeah, this had to be a little market area. Got our little mist bearer down there. Dead guy. Free fish. Whoa, I did not realize these guys had a fucking laser beam. Zombies seem taller than me. Nothing going on over here. Statue. Got a little banner. Got a little house with a little stash. I'm kind of curious, right? There is a house here, right? This place fell recently. By recently, I mean it was in the last couple of years. You have a house. Why the fuck is there a giant boulder in the middle of it? It's not like this was a boulder they used from a fucking, you know, trebuchet or something. This is a rock through the floor. Like, it's one of those placement things I was talking about. Makes no sense. There. Alright. I saw that and that was a fire hydrant for whatever reason. I'd like to get double take. I was like, it's like I went by, I'm like, oh, there's a fire hydrant in front of that house. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Why would there be a fire hydrant? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, I was kind of hoping I would stop moving and slide. Yeah, it's fine though. Would have been fun, but not necessary. Okay, we didn't upset the Mistwalker just yet. I'll go over here and check this out. Look, I can get out. Oh yeah, I can. This is just a cliff, though. Where to go? So we'll head towards the Mistwalker. Okay. Grab. I think we've been everywhere in this little town. Unless I'm mistaken. So we'll keep heading back towards our alchemist friend. Oh, wait. What? Yes, I've been up here. Never mind. I don't know if I explored that tower, if that tower is explored. No, it's not explored. Or I'm not seeing a way to explore it at any rate. Interesting. It's a structure. I don't know how you would get in there. That's weird. Hold on a second. That shouldn't have happened. Just got a notification that my computer at work got logged into. Check that real quick. Everything's pulled up. No one's physically at my workstation. Weird. Well, I don't know why that popped up. Anywho, back to what we were doing before we were rudely interrupted. Okay.
Stay sharp.
You guys have already respawned? I wasn't even gone that long.
This is my... Oh, is that supposed to hurt?
A war club. Grab the axe. Well, that's unfortunate if everything's already respawned. I guess I did go through one night cycle. Just one night cycle's fast enough for people to move into other people's camps. So I guess the buff shrines you can pray to multiple times. Said the deer. So this man was living in the nice looking hut that's out here in the green area. real quick, and then we'll go into this town. Oh, there is a fucking waypoint over here. I just never get close enough to activate it. What's this? Absolutely nothing. Eh, fair enough. Right. It's so misty. Now, this is the dude who had the trap door in his basement. And who wouldn't talk to me. So I knew we were going to come here for something. I kind of figured he was an alchemist. Oh, he's in a different chair now.
That's me. It's true. It's been a while since we last communicated. My current work is far more important than my obligations to the Guild. Kind that could be a breakthrough for humanity's survival on Avalon.
You know, the last person that said that, I had to kill. Just forewarning there. No, wait, hold on. Do you really think Camelot can protect Avalon's people from the looming weirdness? No, Camelot's weak. If anyone can do it, it's Camelot. I don't know. It'll certainly be difficult. I don't care. I'm worried about myself. I don't know, but it'll certainly be difficult.
Let me tell you this. Camelot cannot protect anyone. I want to extract the essence of the tribe's nature.
What costs are you willing to pay to create this formula?
In the face of the looming catastrophe, should I care about cost?
Yes, you should.
That's nonsense. Now, we must focus on how to become strong enough to survive. Will you help me with... To create my formula, I need a substance that acts as... well...
The slime of a giant snail.
I need the slime of a giant snail.
What? You can find them around here. You won't get the slime without a fight, but I have a feeling that... Sure, I'll kill a slime.
The sooner you complete this task, the sooner I can get back to work. Remember, what we're doing here will be remembered in Avalon's history.
Remember that time that guy fought a giant snail for some slime? Yeah, I'm sure that'll be talked about a lot. Actually, I haven't seen a giant snail yet. It must be further in. I got more explored today than I thought I was going. No, this is actually where I thought it would be, now I'm thinking about it. I did say I was going to try to explore this whole thing, so I'm missing a little bit, but for what we did today, we should be able to get pretty close to the rest of it tomorrow, maybe? Three days tops. Like, total. So 2 more days is what I was meaning. Something's out here. What is it? Can't see. There's trees. Fucking bees! Trees here are so fucking thick. Is there like something in here? Just bees? There's no buried treasure. Don't anger the bear. Not necessary to anger the bear. Go around the bear. Okay, what I do want to do is check out town. I am so lost in these trees. It's funny. Is that combat? What's that music for? Okay, town's this way. Got totally turned around. This way. Oh, that's why I couldn't see the sword. The fucking sun's so bright over here. Okay. We'll probably check out this town, and that'll more than likely be it for today. Sure, that'll take us about 30 minutes. As soon as we even get to the front, anyway. Alright. Hello, sir. I'm here to visit your town.
I think you lost your way. This is the village of the Sven tribe. Listen, I don't know. I just have orders not to let anyone in. So unless you have real business here, go explore other parts of the swords. I see we understand each other.
Okay, never mind. Guess we'll have to wait on that. I guess everybody's been right. You need to go to like the specific village first, which isn't this one, and talk to the guy that everybody wants me to talk to. Which means we're now running in the wrong direction. I do want to check this out, so we're gonna run this way. Fucking bears coming out of nowhere. I just found out I've been playing double for trash because our small bin... Oh, paying double. Paying double for trash because our small bin doesn't shut all the way. Oh my god. That's stupid. Your bin isn't fully latched. That's going to be twice as expensive. Nice. Tracks, 100%. That's dumb. That's somewhat nitpicking in a way that they just shouldn't. I get if like someone has a trash bag like on top of the trash can, it's like, all right, you're obviously, you know, overfilling this. The bin not latching, but it's shut. Get over it. Just get over it. Well, I'm sorry that's happening to you. What am I listening to? Oh, hello again.
You again? I see you've decided to head into the Forlorn Swords yourself. Just look at that! I am so close! The Frostgrot shells! They're near!
Oh, the
I've heard that
snails!
Some snails leave their nests just to shed their old shells out in the open, so they don't have to leave the past where they live. Very wise, don't you think? The first Frostgrot I ever saw was in Camelot. It had been brought there by soldiers from the Forlorn Swords. The whole meaning of its life was reduced to being a specimen. They said the same things my father said about me many times. You're too slow. You're too weak. In the life they imagined for me, the only role I was ever meant to fulfill was that of a courtly woman.
It's good you found something you can identify with. Okay, let's not say that. And you felt... Okay, it's a question. Let's not make it a statement.
As strange as it may sound, yes, I wanted mine to be the Frostgrots. But first, I had to get to know them. And now, I'm so close.
Yeah, you need any help?
Oh no, I think I'll manage. Besides, if you don't mind, I'll be setting off again soon. The Frostgrots won't find themselves after all.
Good luck, I guess. Sure, I won't stop you any longer.
Thank you once again, kind wanderer.
I have a feeling I'm
Maybe
gonna find
we'll
her
meet
dead.
again, and I'll be able to tell you more about the Frostgrots.
I'm actually looking for them to kill them. Hopefully that's okay. What the hell is this? Is that a new ore? There's a guy up here. Hello.
I thought I heard it here once. Soft. Like a crack in the air before storm. But it slipped away. Did you hear it?
No.
Something we lost before we knew how to miss it. It shaped the way the rivers bend. It's still out there, just harder to hear. I'm trying to hear the perfect thought. What remains of it? It was the first true thing. We remember only the weight of its absence. It wasn't a word, and it wasn't a sound. Before we knew how to shape clay and burn fields, before we named anything at all, before all that, not a rule, not a command. I don't think it meant to leave us behind. I think we forgot how to hold it. Because it's the only thing that ever made sense. Everything else is broken. It's real. Because nothing else ever fit right after it was gone. Maybe nothing. Maybe the stones would sit straighter in the ground.
I wonder if he's talking about the weirdness in a way. Like, whatever the weirdness was before it was the weirdness.
Thank you for listening. My clansmen lost patience for me. Here, take this. Farewell.
Cherish Pilgrim's Bone. Adds +1 to attribute point permanently. That's pretty big. This is a free point in dexterity or what have you. Guess in my case it would be perception. Is that water or ice? I fucking whiffed it. But it didn't kill me. Moonshine. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a chest under the water. I will enjoy my moonshine. Ooh, a second chest? Oh, a mana potion. I wanted more moonshine. That's all I want. I just want something. And it makes sense there's not always something, right? That wouldn't make sense. There's not a chest underneath every lake ever. Or is there? Hello, bear. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a statue there. Statues come out of fucking nowhere now, it seems like. Ooh. This cave. Those little goblin things. Let's go in, I guess. This will be the last thing. Couldn't explore towns, we might as well explore a cave. Kill these little bastards. Kill them all. Ah. Frost shard. Take that. Oh, it's a candle. Nothing. Ooh, chest. The number of these is just immediately turn and don't do anything is ridiculous. I do have a theory. Here's my theory. The starting, like, zone, the intro, you know, pre-game area, the asylum, the island, whatever you want to call it. The chests have preset like lock points in order to kind of like show you the differences. He just shot me through a wall. That thing is concerning. But every chest after the intro is randomly generated, which means most of them... Is he frozen? Oh. Interesting. I was supposed to run around and kill these guys. I just like beat down something I was supposed to be able to beat down. So it just glitched him out and he froze. That's kind of funny. You did better than you were supposed to. We don't know how to handle this. But what I was saying is I think every other chest is randomly generated. And 9 times out of 10, it randomly generates to 0, start. So you just turn the dagger and it's unlocked. Like, I think something might even be wrong with their algorithm, honestly, because the number of times you don't have to turn it and it's just already where it needs to be is, like, definitely not any kind of average. It shouldn't happen that often. As often as it happens, it isn't, like, what I would expect, right? I would have to actually go back and check to make sure that, like, oh, it's always slightly to the right on this one. Like, every playthrough in the asylum, I mean, it's always, oh, slightly to the right, slightly to the left. like all the way over on this one to make sure it's like actually like that. But the number of times it was like dead nut center was like once maybe in the asylum. And then in the real world, like outside the asylum in Acts 1, 2, and 3, it's been like realistically, probably 80% of the time, it's like 0 start, whatever you want to call it. And 80% is a lot to be in the exact same spot on a scale that's like 1 to 100, and it's always, or it, well, I guess in that case, it'd always be 1. Like, shouldn't happen 80% of the time. If you have 100 numbers and it's 1, 80% of the time, there's something wrong with your algorithm, your code, something. Something isn't right there. And granted, it's a range. So the bigger the number in the lockbox, the smaller that range is, right? So early chess, sure, there might only be 5 numbers there. So a 1 out of 5 isn't that bad. But later chess, a 1 out of 50 should be kind of rare. And not like, you know, the constant standard. There's a person here, or if it's a chick again. Oh, here's someone else. Hello. Nice shrine you have here. I was trying to see if I could pray to it. I can't.
It's crawling with monsters out there, isn't it?
Yes.
They call me Runner because I'm a fast runner.
Oh, there's a
Scarron
name.
the Skin Taker gave me that name.
Is it because he's a skin taker?
He's the top dog around here. He's one mean son of a bitch. He sees conspiracies everywhere. Not really. My greatest sin was being a Gunvolder who survived. All the other tribes would take me in. Can you believe that? So I joined Scarron the Skin Taker's band. Out of here. Anywhere. I've got just one last piece of unfinished business keeping me in this
murder.
place. But I need a lot more strength before I finish my mission. I want to get rid of Scarron the Skin Taker.
Yep, saw it coming.
What if he succeeds? One eye's off to his war, and word is that Gurfhan wants to call the moot, or with one eye for going after Camelot.
You sound too noble for a nameless.
But it's the truth. And I was thinking, if you're willing, you see, if Scarron were to be killed by someone outside the Del Rita, not only would he die, so would his legend. My nameless brothers will see the truth, and we'll live in peace.
Exiled, but maybe still honorable. I've already killed this person. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's dead.
Ha! That's what I like to hear. I can finally go back to my people. Now, all I need to do is defeat
Oh
you.
my god.
Bring your head. Whoever avenges Scarron takes his place. Runt! Come on!
Or a runner. Best thing you have going for you is a wall. And absolutely nothing. Alright. That was fun. I think we'll take a nap here. Get past nighttime. We got a level. Alright, so we got strength, endurance, and dexterity up to 10. We'll go back to dumping everything into perception now. Why not? So where are we actually at? Crit damage and crit chance. Where are we? Crit damage, 376% increase, and crit chance, 86% chance to crit. At some point, every hit's just a crit, right? I like how the same stat that increases your chance increases the damage as well. So at some point, in, 14 levels, I'll just have 100% chance to crit. Why not? Confirm. skill points. We're in practicality now, and we're dropping down here to get this increased damage. Looks good to me. And sleep. Sleep until morning. Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's good for today. Let's get a save in there. And exit. All right. Well, I will be back on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central. I will continue to play through Tainted Grail. So we got through about as much as I was expecting today. I don't think we're going to get through the entirety of the map in one more day, but we're going to get really close. So at the very least tomorrow, we're going to be finishing up the map. We're getting as close to it as we can. Which we'll leave next week for finishing over a little bit we missed, and then starting off on the quests. And we'll probably have to go back to previous acts to finish up some of those quests as well, as we've been waiting to get here to turn in certain things. But at any rate, that is it for today. So hope you enjoyed. Please follow, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.